You know what time it is. So how you doing today? You doing good? Me? I'm doing great. See, I got you back in the bathroom. It's that time again. Bathroom therapy time. You know I need somebody to talk to. And so, um, I was watching television, and I don't be having nothing to talk about. I ain't got no hot juicy gossip. Even though I am a warrior, you know, misery loves company. Right. And so to make myself feel better, I be scrolling through the internet and be finding, be like, whew, other wretched souls, lives appearing too, right? And I be looking and I be seeing. And so I was watching television, Dorothea on Tubi. It's a good one. And so now I had heard about her story when, those crime shows, they was talking, and so they made a movie about her, right? And I found it quite interesting. And she was a, oof. She was a wrinkly old wretched soul, she was. And I said, well, we found you over. Can I get to be old like that? I mean, like, I'm already 60 years old, right? And I was just thinking, because you know how I be, seeing a whole lot about I would like to be like, if God blessed me to get like real old, like maybe 80, 85, I wonder if I want to be all wrinkly or like, like old Dorothea. You know what I mean? I said, for sure. I sure would like to time counsel that because I don't know how, you know, I know beauty fades. You know, beauty is fleeting. You know, I'm, huh? Oh, hold on. Here you go. So you know how they say beauty is fleeting, right? Now, um, keeping in the mind of my brother-in-law, God rest his dear soul, old Hootie. Yeah, he used to call me the ugly sister. I was like, Hootie, I ain't ugly. I'm pretty ugly, right? But my honey, he think I'm beautiful. He think I'm, like really pretty. And I be getting compliments from time to time. Hey, 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 auntie. I'm an auntie. I'm a grandma. I hope to be blessed to be a great grandma. I hope to be blessed to see, my um, great grandchildren and great great grandchildren. So I was just watching television, right? I was watching Tubi, and I was, seeing the movie they made about Dorothea Puentes. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Yeah, she was like, ooh, like a white Jane Pittman, right? And I was like, I don't know how old I'm gonna be. But if God let me live to be like real old, and I get to be like, I would like to document it all. Like, because I sure wish when I had first heard, found out about this, social media thing, and I was time capturing myself. And if I had captured myself when I was like in my 40s, and like what I had said, a video ago, and capture the different stages of me, and then like capture me, you know, in my real old wrinkly stage, like, cause I was like wondering, because you know how a newborn baby is, they just like them fresh as dew. Fresh as the morning dew. They just so precious and beautiful, the little bitty old baby. And the skin just so soft, right? And then as you grow older, your skin get all wrinkly, I was like, I wouldn't mind seeing, just how wrinkled I'm gonna get and time capsule that and sit down and eat my popcorn and just go over my life. See the transformation, the transitioning from. How can I start collecting mine? I want to show you something. stages.com. You thought I was gonna be gone for a long time. Mothers. Let me show you something. Turn around. What that say? Mother's memories for my children. What I scratched out? Well, whatever that was. I had bought this book, making it into. Oh, mother memories for my daughter. That's what it was. I had scratched out. See, right? Not just my daughters. Yeah, and so I had bought this book for myself. It's a time capsule. I want to show you something else. Hold up. Come in. Right back. Because remember, I had told you that, turn on again. Remember, I had told you I had bought this for myself when I turned 60 years old. I had got this to, the Book of Deborah. And I was going to, be timed, because you know how I'll be using this thing right here, the time capsule of my life. And I was going to be, filling up the pages of my life. And then, if God so happened to let me live for a long time, then I was going to go back and reflect over my life. Chapter 60, right? And so, let's go down memory lane, okay? That's my second husband, and that's my oldest daughter, and my two youngest boys. But I got, I filled this up with different, parts of my. Let me go turn you around. So I have filled this up with different. I used to be a bus driver. I used to love skating, and I had made that. I was 36 years old, and here I was working at Hudson, age 32. Doing up different pages. Can you see it good? Different pages of my life, and look, my kids, they used to love to put on talent shows and stuff like that. And this is when I was a teenager. Different, portions of my life, my children. Ooh-wee. That's my seventh child up in my belly. That's my granddaddy, Poon. And that's when I was pregnant with my seventh child, pregnant with my eighth child. And so, yeah. And that's me in middle school. And I don't have many pictures of me in high school. Different pictures of me. I'm just dropping things out of here. Ooh. I got to show you this one, right? Ooh, 2005, 2000, and ain't too far from it. Ooh, make it pop like popcorn. Caramel popcorn, baby. Pop that, pop it. Not too bad for a 60-year-old lady, right? Yeah. And so, I was reflecting back upon my life, and it would have been, I just love this picture right here. I gotta show you this picture right here. Turn around. That's when I was pregnant with my seventh child. Oh, yeah, that was me, all natural. I had hair laying on my shoulders, and I had a shelf full of fabric because, I was into sewing. Turn around. And so, I was so many. One again. Special times. And so, yeah, that's me throughout the years. I'm dropping. That's when I was working at Hudson's. I made that clown outfit. That's my little cake. Yeah. And so, my sister-in-law, Sylvia. So anyway, I just dropped everything. Pictures just fell on the floor. But I was reflecting upon my life, and I was thinking about like how I got this scrapbook. If I had like been taking videos and storing it up in the clouds, and then I could sit down with my popcorn and just, go over my life, right? And so, starting from now, right? However long God should let me live, I would like to, do, because it's always now, right? Because time is it's a continuum made up thing. And so when I get to be 80 now, or 85 now, that's if God should let me live. I would like to have a collection of myself, and then should I have great grandchildren and they be a little curious, as to, their heritage, their genetics, and like, who I inherit that from? Because, I used to be a stutterer. I used to stutter real bad. And I do still stutter from time to time. And, genetics, right? And so I was just thinking, and I want the time capsule and put this day into the cloud, into my, into my time capsule. All about me. I need me a DJ. That's my mama. That's my mama and my youngest brother. Ooh wee, this is my club days. Yeah, that's when I was club man. See my little finger waves. And this is, I was pregnant with my 7th child. Dyed my hair blonde, little streaks. Ooh. Yeah, and one more. This is when I was in my Halle Berry phase, and I got my hair cut real short. Ooh wee. Yeah. And, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. My little, mementos throughout the years. And so, yeah, I was just, thinking about my life and want to time capsule it. And, just was wondering, I was like, God, you let that old Dorothea get to be an old wretched soul. I want to, how old I'm going to get. Yeah. But I don't know what God going to do. That's why, because I was thinking about this. See, that's why I clicked you on. See, that's how I be feeling about life. I be wandering around like 60 years old and still ain't figured out how to live my life. Yeah. And so, this video is for you young ones. Like you in your 20s and you like 25 and 30 and think you got it all figured out. Or boo, because I be seeing some people, they be like boo-hoo crying. Like, oh, life's so hard, life's so stressful. I said, girl, if you don't stop that crying because you got some more living to do. You think it's hard now? Keep on living and see how hard it's going to get. Yeah, but the wonderful thing about that is bad times don't last forever. No, bad times don't last forever. Like when you in the midst of it, you be like, oh, I can't take no more. It's like, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Bad times don't last forever. And conversely, good times don't last forever either. So when the good times come, embrace it, relish it, savor it. Because, right? times don't last forever either. Yeah. And so that's what's so wonderful about living. Bad times don't last forever. And good times don't last forever too. You got your ups and your downs. And then, every now and then you get a little bit stabilized. But life is like this. Like the waves of the ocean. Yeah. And so enjoy the good times while it lasts. And when the bad times come, tie a knot and hold on. Because it's going to be good times again. Yeah. I just want to put that, put that in your ear in case you forgot. It's going to be all right. And if you're crying about your life, because sometimes I be crying to God. Ooh, I be crying to God. And then God put it into my ear and put it into my heart. Darling, what you crying for? It's going to be all right. Because we are, well, I don't know about you, but sometimes I be going through my 5-minute pity party, right? And then I be like, it's going to be all right. And it always do. Yeah. Like those cloudy days, life is like that. Like those cloudy days, it don't stay cloudy forever. The sun comes back out. Yeah, just wait on it. Okie dokie, I'll talk to you later. Bye.